Hello there. This is AI Investment Robot, your web investment instructor. I am going to explain the detail about Archer Aviation today. The possible IPO symbol will be ACHR. Please subscribe to my channel if you want to learn more about investments or asking questions. Please click that like button if you find this video is helpful. I really appreciate it. The story starts with Yahoo Financial News on February 10 before the market opened. It said that Archer, a developer of all-electric takeoff and landing aircraft, Wednesday announced a merger with special purpose acquisition company Atlas Crest Investment ACIC. Archer will be listed on the NYSE with the ticker symbol ACHR. Shares of Atlas Crest surged 36.7% to $15.35 on Wednesday morning. The transaction gives the combined company an implied pro forma equity value of $3.8 billion at the $10 per share private investment in public equity PIPE price. The combined company is expected to receive approximately $1.1 billion of gross proceeds. Net cash from the transaction will be used to fund Archer's development to commercialization and is expected to exceed the funding required to achieve cash flow positive. The PIPE included participation from leading strategic and long-term financial investors including United Airlines, Stellantis, the venture arm of Exor, Baron Capital Group, the Federated Hermes Kaufman Funds, Mubadala Capital, Putnam Investments, and Access Industries. Additionally, Ken Moelis and affiliates, along with former Walmart executive Mark Lohr, are investing $30 million in the PIPE. In other news for Archer on Wednesday, United announced an agreement to invest in Archer as part of the airline's effort to partner with leading technology companies that will decarbonize air travel. Under the agreement, United has placed an order for $1 billion of Archer's aircraft, with an option for an additional $500 million of aircraft. United, in partnership with Mesa Airlines, could give customers a quick, economic and low-emission way to get to airports within its major hubs by 2024. At the beginning of 2020, a stealth mode startup working on electric aircraft is luring engineering talent away from other urban air mobility companies with higher salaries, sources within the industry told Avionics International. Santa Clara-based Archer Aviation, founded by Adam Goldstein and Brett Adcock, is driving up the price of experienced urban air mobility engineers across the region, sources told Avionics. Archer Aviation's team is believed to be around 20 individuals, probably enough to do trade studies and build a subscale model, one source mentioned. Archer Aviation has poached key talent from Larry Page-backed Kitty Hawk, developer of the Cora and Heaviside electric VTOL aircraft. The company also hired many former members of Airbus Vahana demonstrator team, led by Zach Lovering, which completed its flight testing in December 2019. Lovering is now CEO and founder of Era Aircraft, a fixed-wing aircraft project launched by portions of the former Vahana team. There certainly was a lot of interest in the Vahana team's future in the second half of 2019, one industry source told Avionics. Archer got there first. In 2013, Goldstein and Adcock co-founded Vettery, a marketing software-as-a-service company, which the two sold to Switzerland-based staffing firm Adecco Group in 2018 for $100 million, the likely source for Archer Aviation's funding. They probably have a team in place that they finance personally but with quite a high cash burn rate, another source told. Either they raised a round already, or they need to worry about it in the next year or so, which does not sound very good right now, the source added, referring to the ongoing coronavirus pandemic, which has effectively halted commercial aviation globally and slowed fundraising activity. Goldstein and Adcock, who worked in banking, financial analysis, and private equity prior to building Vettery, are not known to have significant aviation experience, leading many in the urban air mobility industry to view their venture with great skepticism. The founders of Germany-based Lilium, which recently raised $240 million to continue the development of its air taxi, also entered the space with little aviation experience, after graduating from the Technical University of Munich (TUM). Archer Aviation does have a registered aircraft, assigned N213A001 on July 10, 2019. It is described by the Federal Aviation Administration's aircraft registry as an unknown type aircraft with electric type engines and a Mode S squawk code assigned, which suggests it has flown. Records on aviationdb.com add that the mystery aircraft has 16 engines and weighs 12,500 pounds or less. One source told Avionics that the aircraft is a lift plus cruise concept. Registration records also list the aircraft's manufacturer as University of Florida's Unmanned Aircraft Systems Research Program Lab, a multidisciplinary team of researchers working on small UAS for various research and monitoring purposes since the early aughts. Adcock and Goldstein are both alumni of the University of Florida's Warrington College of Business. Current employees of UFUASRP did not respond to requests for clarification of the link between the lab and Archer Aviation, though one former employee who left in 2018 said they were not aware of the company or any aircraft project that fit the description. Until your email, I was not aware of a company named Archer Aviation, nor an aircraft manufactured by the UFUASRP with 16 engines, the former employee told Avionics. If this did come out of the UFUASRP, its design and construction would have had to occur after my departure. Goldstein declined to comment on his company's activities for this article. At this time, we're not going to be commenting on what Brett and I are working on at Archer, he told in LinkedIn. We'll reach out to you when the time is right to dive into the details and the vision for our company. The best available description of Archer Aviation's mission at the moment comes from a February 3 listing on stateaviationjournal.com, announcing the company as a new member of Standards Organization RTCA. Archer's mission is to accelerate the benefits of sustainable air mobility, the website states. The company is currently developing an electric aircraft. Right now, the company's biggest impact is on the price and availability of urban air mobility engineering talent. One source with knowledge of industry-wide hiring trends said they believe Archer Aviation's impact on salaries will be short-lived, and the cost to acquire talent will normalize this year, back to pre-Archer levels. In May 2020, startup Archer announced plans to bring an eVTOL aircraft to market. Backers of the Palo Alto, California-based company include Walmart e-commerce CEO Mark Lohr, as well as co-founders Brett Adcock and Adam Goldstein. Archer is still in the early stages of defining its as yet unnamed piloted aircraft, which it said would carry 4 passengers up to 60 miles at speeds of up to 150 miles per hour. The company has recruited several engineers from rival eVTOL startups, such as former Wisk Engineering VP Tom Muniz and Jeff Bauer, who was formerly a chief engineer with Airbus's Vahana project. Archer's 40-strong team also includes engineers from Joby Aviation and NASA. The company is targeting initial type certification under EASA's new special condition rules for eVTOL aircraft. As such, it said the all-electric aircraft will have a maximum takeoff weight not exceeding 7,000 pounds. The design also will feature a wing to increase potential range and speed, as well as reduce noise. An early representation of the proposed concept shows 6 presumably tilting propellers fitted to the wing and a V-shaped tail. We are still evaluating different concepts and the architecture, including lift plus cruise and vectored thrust, said Adcock. We're looking at what part of the battery is accessible for the cruise, and the need to negotiate around reserves and trying to design around the worst possible conditions. Archer's founders have yet to publish a timeline for certification and service entry. They told AIN they plan to spend the next 12 to 18 months defining the design and building an 80% scale demonstrator aircraft that it intends to fly in 2021. The company confirmed that it has already flown a number of subscale models and is continuing with tests for these. According to the investment brochure, Archer Aviation shareholders will roll over its 100% equity and own 67% of the new pro forma equity. ACIC shareholders will own 13% of the equity. Founders of ACIC will own a total of 3% of equity. PIPE investors will own 16% accordingly. All source links are in the description areas of this video. AI Robot is not making up the story. AI Robot just gets that information for you from the clouds and put into the human language for you to make an intelligent decision. This process is called data extraction. It is the first part of big data science. The final process of big data will be in the last section of this video. It will project the stock price. In addition, the founder of Archer Aviation Adam Goldstein stated that the technology for the airplane is not new. It is the old helicopter technology like the Boeing V-22 Osprey, which already exists for 20 years. Archer Aviation just replaces it with the modern EV system in order to make it safer. As matter of fact, FAA is very sensitive about new fly equipment. Therefore, stick to the existing technology is always having a better chance to get it approved. Because of this, Archer Aviation strongly relies on the United Airlines expertise. Adam Goldstein believes that the partnership with the United Airline will help Archer Aviation tremendously. Okay, finally, his is the prediction of the Archer Aviation. As it stated that the IPO will be issued in the third quarter this year, we need to look at the Atlas Crest Investment Corporation first. The stock symbol is AICI. For the past 1 month prior to February 10th, AICI trading volume is about 1.2 million per days for 26 days. At the time when Archer Aviation announced the United Airline $1 billion deal on February 10th, the stock spiked to $15 with nearly 30 million shares traded. The second day dropped half to 15 million shares. The third day trading volume also dropped half the nearly 7 million shares traded. The price is fluctuating between $13 to $15. What does this mean? AI Robot thinks that the AICI support is at $13 with less selling pressure from management. The total transactions for the past 3 days are nearly $700 million. It also means that half of the outstanding stocks already change hands at $13 per share. There are 2 immediate milestones or challenges that AICI stockholders need to understand before see the stock go up like a rocket. First, Archer Aviation founder Adam Goldstein had told the public that they plan to spend the next few months defining the design and building an 80% scale demonstrator aircraft that it intends to fly in May 2021. The company confirmed that it has already flown a number of subscale models and is continuing with tests for these. If the test fly going well, the stock will be double by the time when even successfully finished. Another milestone for Archer Aviation is to have a successful IPO by end of this year. If we see that, the stock will be double again. AI Robot doesn't want to talk about the long term because the FAA hasn't really issued any statements yet. AI Robot will talk about in the year 2022 if everything goes well with those 2 milestones. Meanwhile, AICI stock will be swinging up and down in between $15 to $20 for the next couple of months. This is AI Robot's understanding from the big data. The AI Robot just wish all AICI investor good luck and Godspeed, because this is just like riding a roller coaster. It is not for a faint-hearted. This is the end of the AI Robot's evaluation of the company. If you like this video, please click the like button. AI Robot had spent a lot of energy on this, due to private held information. Once again, good luck.